So I've been selling real estate for now 35 years, and I knew within the first 5 or 6 years that we had a major problem. It's so easy to get a listing and promise someone a price and agree to it with enthusiasm. Yeah, you want 20% over what the market will bear? Sure, I'm your guy, and sign this listing right here. And now I've got you for 6 months. And over the course of that 6 months, I can walk you down the ladder to get you to a price point where this property is actually going to sell. Biggest gap in our business is lack of transparency that's been created because clients don't really know what our process is to sell a house. And they certainly don't know what goes into valuing a house. When they're not met by a broker's enthusiasm with what they perceive to be the value of their home, that disconnect causes that client to quickly disassociate with that agent. You don't like my price? You're not the one to sell my house. You don't believe in my house, right? They get burned by that once, twice, 3 times, and they start to realize, oh, wait a minute, I got to tell this seller what they want to hear because that's really the only way I'm going to get this listing. That is a dynamic that covers probably 70% of the marketplace. The design of Rebingy was to offer any agent new to the business, 30-year seasoned veteran like myself, the opportunity to take a client behind the curtain of how we determine a value, give them all of the data points they need from the comps, from an understanding of what that marketplace around their house is doing in real time, to give them the ability with that client to honor each and every one of the improvements or attributes that that client has made to the house, given it an associated value, and in doing so, ultimately, come up with a valuation that not only speaks to the truth of what the marketplace is, it gives the client the time to understand what goes into valuing a house and also giving them the time to digest for themselves the possibility that they may not be realistic about their price to begin with. Imagine a world where we have properties that come to the marketplace and they're well priced. It would certainly create greater trust in the marketplace because we would see that houses are selling quickly. It would accelerate the perception of the marketplace. It would create more speed in the transactions that we would be doing. If you list a property well, you're going to get not only 1 offer, you could get 2, 3, 4 offers. And what does that do to you as the seller? It gives you not only the ability to raise up the price to what the market will bear, you also can dictate terms, and terms have value almost as much as the bottom line price you sell your house for. One of my main objectives as your consultant in this moment, because we're just getting to know each other, is to give you enough information so that you can make an informed decision that serves your needs. Now, when I would say that, and I say it to this day, it has a tendency to make people relax a little bit. When I compound that and add to that a tool called Rebingy, where I can show them in real time, let's go through the marketplace together. Let's analyze your home, all the while honoring everything that they've done to their house for their benefit, for their enjoyment, but also so that it translates into value that a buyer could realize when they come to walk through the house. What is the magic of Rebingy? It is the quintessential educational tool at an affordable price that everybody can have access to, that can be used to not only create leads and opportunities, but to ultimately create more business and do it in a way where there's greater trust, greater transparency, and ultimately peace of mind between both the agent and the client.